Hello, Christchurch friends and family. It's Pastor Ben here with your weekly update. And boy, what a difference a week makes. Last week, when we had this moment together, I was shivering cold and wondering about if it was ever going to warm up again. And now I'm thinking I need to find my spring and summer clothes. What a difference a week makes. As we move into this weekend, I want to share with you that we're continuing our sermon series, Lord Willing. And on week 2, we're moving from the discussion last week about God's intentional will to circumstantial will. And we're going to be talking a lot about what happens when bad things happen and what is God's role in that. And what is our responsibility and what is our reaction when tragedy, when bad things happen in the world and in our own lives. So perhaps this is one you want to bring friends or family to, and we're going to wrestle with this subject. Some of it ultimately remains mystery and we live by faith, but I hope a good word from God about how God would invite us to trust God's will and to live and align our lives with God. A couple of things I want to bring to your attention. Our children's ministry team is continuing to invite folks to help partner with Lego Church. That happens during the 9 o'clock Sunday morning worship hour. I'm happy to train you and invite you to engage with us with that. Don't forget, Vacation Bible School is going to be June 24th through the 28th. Registration is going to open up in February, and I understand we're going to have a pretty amazing ministry moment connected to that. So get ready. If you like neon and the 90s and 80s and all of things that were in fashion then, you're going to be pretty excited about Vacation Bible School this year. I'm just saying. On the youth front, always and everywhere looking for opportunity to help feed our youth. And if you're part of that program, we've sent out an email to try to engage interest in a summer mission trip and invite you to let us know about that so we can make plans. Casa Connection, our last one, small group gatherings in homes. We had a lot of them in the fall. One last one on February 4th is going to be at the Crohn's House, and there's a way to register for that in the lobby or the narthex of the main building. Debbie Arena, our wonderful preschool director, has made sure and invited me to remind you that preschool registration is open. Through January 31st, there's an opportunity as a church member. There would be some priority in that registration process. So if you have a child or a grandchild and are interested in the preschool, please contact Debbie Arena and she can help you with that. Lent is coming up soon and very soon. It's a little bit early this year. It begins on Valentine's Day. And we're going to have the imposition of ashes to go throughout the day, in the morning for a block, and in the late afternoon. Then we're going to have our midday worship service in the sanctuary. And then we'll rebroadcast that on that night. So as we move into Lent, I also want to tease that we're going to have, not on the 14th of February, but starting the next week on the 21st, we're going to have a series. Dr. Bill Lawrence, who's part of our congregation, a wonderful theologian, scholar, historian of the church, is going to help us think about General Conference, which is the worldwide gathering of United Methodists that are going to happen late April, early May. And he's going to help us get ready for that. So some of you have been sharing articles with me that you've read in the newspaper or you've seen on the news about the larger United Methodist Church and issues that are facing us and opportunities ahead of us. He's going to help us get prepared for that moment. So we'll have more, but that'll be on Wednesdays during Lent, during that lunch hour. Invite you to bring your own lunch and we'll provide drinks and dessert. But stay tuned for more information about that. Connected to that, one last thing I wanted to share a little bit today, and maybe in I haven't always sort of articulated this, but I wanted to point this out and share it with you so that we're all sort of on the same page and have a wonderful understanding. As a United Methodist pastor, the majority of my time, I'm appointed to Christ United Methodist Church, and I spend a lot of my time and energy here with you, and it brings me such deep joy. It truly is a great privilege. And I'm invited to participate in the larger ministry and connection of the United Methodist Church, which means I have opportunities and responsibilities to serve at our district level. And I do that helping as part of a committee give guidance to our superintendent. I serve on the annual conference level as part of the Board of Ordained Ministry, helping those who are seeking ordination prepare well, train well, equip, and coach them through that process. And then I serve across the jurisdiction, which is the Southeast, as a delegate, and to General Conference. So I'll be going to this event in April and May. And as you might well imagine, each one of those opportunities requires a deep investment of my time and energy, which I am happy to do. The United Methodist Church has shaped my life from birth to now, and I hope it will shape my family for generations to come. And you might imagine that requires some investment of my time and energy beyond what happens just here. And so just wanted to share that with you. I think there's wonderful benefits for all involved in that sharing. And it means that not always and everywhere am I right here and always sort of right in this moment with things going on here. But we have a great team, and they resource you well and free me up to do some of that work throughout the larger connection that I trust is benefiting us here. And so just wanted to speak to that as we get into the spring. I've got a lot of work related to reading papers that folks like Pastor Kristen and Brandon, remember, wrote. I've got 5 of those candidates that I'm reading and help coach, about 80 pages of paper each, and videos, and then hundreds, if not, I think I heard less, 1,000 pieces of legislation coming before the General Conference that I'll be studying and reading. So I would invite your prayers and your encouragement as we move through that work, and hope always that what I'm learning and how I'm serving is also equipping me to serve well among you in this place. That's all I've got for you today. We'll say more as we move along. We're forming our search team and starting to look for one who might lead children and youth ministries well among us. So a lot happening in this place, and I'm grateful for you and your support. Stay safe, be smart, make good decisions. We'll see you soon.